What's going on, guys, and welcome back to Poolside Chat. My name is Todd, and I've got another amateur pool match to review with you. This time, we're going back to some Scotch Doubles, playing some 9-ball, and I've got a new partner. Unfortunately, this time is not with Michelle. Got a guy that I've known from around the area, but have never actually played with. Played against him once or twice, but I know he's a great shot. Brett's his name. He's about a 485 Fargo, smooth shot. So I figured, in a Scotch doubles, that's a 1050 and under. I'm a 550. We're only, 1035. We can make this work. So, unfortunately, my first match, I can't remember exactly what happened. For some reason, the recording didn't happen. So, we lost our first match off some ridiculousness. It was a race to 5, and we were up 4-1. And because we just kind of got so loose and just relaxing, we were laughing, having a good time, we end up losing the entire match. So, anyway, we're on the backside, still a race to 5, just got a little bit more fighting to do. And this is the next match. So, we are playing Tyler and Chalino. Want to say Fargo wise, there's somewhere around like 980 to 1,000 combined. And that's where we are. So, I know I kind of chit chat a little bit in the beginning, but guess what? The match is going on. Let's get into this. It's a fairly short match, but it's got some good pool play. Especially, like I said, Brett and I have never played Scotch doubles together. Kind of have to figure each other out, and he's got a similar enough style to me, other than the fact he's a lefty. So we seem to gel pretty well together. I do look forward to playing some more with him. And if you're watching this, Brett, let's do it, buddy. Let's go. So, skipping all the nonsense in the beginning, they had a nice easy 1-ball, left himself a little long, a little straight on the 2, and Chalino here is trying to figure out where he wants to draw back to. He's a little awkward over the 8 because he doesn't use a long bridge like some people. So he didn't want to be behind the 5, so he got a little awkward. Tried to draw, ended up just stopping it. And now Tyler is he's got a interesting little predicament here. Like I think he's looking at the angle where he can just carry him off the 3 and try to pot the 9. But me, I would bank that 3 around the 9, send the cue ball, and try to freeze it behind that 5. Because especially rack 1, I'm gonna get in your head a little bit. I'm gonna make you work and let you know I'm here not to play run up pool. I'm here to beat you. So he missed the carom. It wasn't hit a little fat on the 9. So I was trying to get a nice good stroke and smooth draw it just so I can get behind the 6, but I dogged it, and then the 3 knocked the cue ball, and guess what? S2, accidental safe. I'll take it. I apologize. I threw my hand up respectfully. I did not intend that. My bad. But it is what it is. It's amateur pool for you guys. So Chalino's got some work. He's looking at his angles. Do I want to kick? How do I want to kick at it? The 3 rail's out of the question with the 8-ball where it's at. 1 rail, you got to kick around the 6. So he says, you know what? Let's go vertical. Let's go airborne. And I like it. Personally, I love the jump stick. It's a lot of fun. I think it's a very useful tool to have. Not saying you don't need to learn to kick, because you should. Obviously, in APA, you have to. But look at this. Look at this. Oh, Chalino. Dude, that shot was fantastic. That was phenomenal. Jump, banked it beautifully. Just had a little bit of draw, and wah, wah. That was not deserved, my buddy. That was not deserved, man. So, now Tyler He's trying to figure it out. When realistically, I hate to say it, I'd be jumping that again. But I don't know if Tyler jumps well. I don't honestly know. I know Chalino plays in all the tournaments that he can get into. It doesn't really matter what it is. Tyler, I really only know him from playing APA, so I don't know what his skill is on jumping. He's a good shot. I think an APA is still a 6. Oh, wait. Oh! Y'all didn't see it, but he was going for the 4-rail kick. And truthfully, damn near got it. Would have been a great shot. So Brett says, you know what? It's going to be kind of tricky to get shape on the 5 where you can easily get around and get the 6. So you know what? We're playing 9 ball. Take the combo, take the win, moving on. So this was a fun tournament we played, and like I said, it was a 10-50 and under, 9 ball, Scotch Doubles, alternate break. So they broke first. Now it's on us. Let's see what Brett's got here, Mr. Lefty. Ooh. Whole lot of movement. Whole lot of movement. Just nothing fell. Not terrible, though, for them. I mean, it's a fairly routine back bank on the 1. You just really have to be careful on the speed to, A, obviously make the 1, but don't kill it so the cue ball goes wild. And now that is not what he was intending. Because you did have to hit it a fairly decent amount softer than that, so the cue ball would come out and still hold for that 2. So you might almost like shoot it a little wide and then throw inside on it to re-tighten it up. That way when the cue ball hits the rail, it kind of kills that speed. But ball in hand, the 3 must clear the 7 because that's what I left him. So now he's just got to put a smooth draw on this. I decided to do a little stun shot. That works too. Looks like I've still got an angle. So obviously the 5 goes in either of these bottom corners. So I can either just stop or even just pull back just a hair. That'll work. I don't want to rip it too much because, while yes, I could have gone on the other side of the 7, I just didn't want to make sure that I wanted to make sure I did not leave him behind or on top of the 7. But when you got a good stroke, ladies and gentlemen, what's the matter? Look at that leave. Man, that was good. Still a bit of an angle. So I want to kind of just do a slight little stun run through. So the cue ball just barely rolls forward. There you go. Just about a ball and a half is all you really want. So now he's got natural angle. Drop that 7 into the top right corner. Send the cue ball around. And I do remember the shot. Watch this beautiful shot. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. I mean, just immediately got to give Daz, because that was, you couldn't have picked that ball up and placed it better. Still had a bit of an angle on the 8, so I could just punch it right back out for an easy 9. Man, Brett, brother, that was nasty is what that was. And I am okay with it. So we're up 2-0. Man, that was such a great shot. I don't even know what I'm pointing at, but I was talking about something like point at rails. But so Tyler broke. Not only did he miss, dry broke, but I think he might have hooked me. Maybe I can see. I think I can see the edge of the 1. So I'm going to try to play safe. Just try to do a little containing safe. Hit it pretty close to the 50-50, so it kind of leaves that 6. No, I am bringing out the bat and swinging for the fences. That's a little ultra aggressive. In hindsight, I would not recommend that. I don't know why I did that. I should just hit that medium speed, hit it pretty well square at a 45, let the let's see, the one ball kick over here to this side rail, get the cue ball over on the other side, try to use that 6 as a blocker. Oh, don't do it to him. Got to get around it. Good shot, no reward. Did him kind of dirty. So I just realized my green screen was a little distortion on the screen. Yeah, it kind of set us up easy here. So this is a combo. You want to hit that 7 as straight as possible and as soft as possible. You hit it too hard, the 2 can go towards the rail. Yeah, see, you almost want to hit that a little thicker into the 7, maybe even a hair lighter. But regardless, it's off of the side, so I can just smooth stroke right down it, right down the rail. There we go. And he's got an angle, so just a slight bit of draw just to punch it. Get right around that 5, brings right over. Excuse me. Got a little bit of the burps from a beer. And holy understroke. I don't know what I was trying to do there. Whatever it was, I don't think I was committed to it. But still makeable, just nice and thin. Almost guaranteed shape, pretty much no matter what. Problem is, I think this is, if I'm going straight low, I got to draw more than that. Yep. I put my hand down just in case. Unfortunately, you couldn't see it. I did not touch the ball. I did the stupid thing. You just let it scratch. Don't put your hand there. But I need to put a lot more stroke on that to get the cue ball on this side. It'd be on this side, no, this side of the side pocket. That way I can take the 8 into the far side. But I just kind of punched it. I didn't stroke it. And if you don't want to do that because you're worried about scratching, high left in that case, just spin it around 3 rails. So I left him with a fairly nasty combo, and I hate combos. I really do. Yes, I understand the purpose of them, but there's usually a better option. So, only good news is the leave was not so great for them. So he's going to try to just backbank this into the other side. I think he's hitting too full on it. He'd hit a little thinner. Yep. And realistically, might have been a little bit too hard. You got to remember, when you're doing a bank, especially on a tight rail like most diamonds, the harder you hit it, tightens that bank angle. So if you are going to hit it pretty firm, but you got to act like you're banking wide so that will tighten back up. Ooh, slow down, cue ball. That's a good shot. Good shot. And they said, yeah, no, I think you got this one. 3-0. Let's go. So Brett dry broke. He says, you know what? You go for it. So let's get this. Let's go. Good spread. Come on, 2-ball. Don't do it to him. Dropped the, looked like made the 4-ball? No, 5-ball. I guess it depends on what ball set you're playing with, because the purple could be the 5. So it didn't really leave him a whole lot. I think he's just trying to skin it, which is on the bad side. So you got to draw it to not scratch. He might have actually been trying to make that one. I mean, let's just back up. If he was wanting to be a little bit wild, you could almost shoot that 3 rails to where you basically from there roughly diamond and a half, diamond and a quarter from that corner pocket and 3 rail. That way the cue ball splits that 7-2. A little wild, but at the same point, probably don't want to do that when you can see the edge of it. So he's just trying to punch it. I don't know if he's trying to use the 2, but damn near got it. So good try, Brett. Good stuff. And you know what? We're up 3-0 on a race to 5. I'm okay with being a little aggressive. I mean, let's be honest. I'm aggressive all the time. If I'm not shooting a lockup safe, I'm firing at stuff I probably shouldn't. And I know this about myself. I do. Left him an easy little 1. So just stun off this 2, and then you should be able to shoot the 2, or excuse me, shoot the 3 right here back at the corner. He's standing over. Just smooth and easy. Slow down. Yeah, he kind of let up a little bit, so the ball was rolling. You want to treat it like a stop shot because with that angle, it'll just slide just barely. So this shot's a little trickier because same kind of thing. You have that angle, but you don't want to stun it too much because that little bit of draw could pull it straight into the pocket and scratch. And I'm not exactly sure what he was trying there because he got down real quick and fired at it. So I don't know if he was trying to combo, if he was trying to I'm not sure. Not sure what he's doing. But I think he left me an angle. Hit it too thick. And not to mention, didn't even get my leave. So it doesn't really matter. Left him open. So just nice and easy, just straight top. Ball's natural shape's going to just roll right around that 7. Oh, Chalino. Got his shape. Got his shape. That was good stuff. Just a little thick. So now Brett just wants basically smooth draw. Pull right back. Ooh wee. Don't get too straight. If I remember correct, by this time, Brett's fiance showed up, so she was sitting with us, and so we were kind of, if you haven't noticed from my videos, I've got a bit of the gift of gab, so I'm sure I was just chatting, or I could have been talking to Brett. I don't know. We're in a pool hall. There's music playing, so I have to mute this so we can't get the royalty issues. So straight top, just get around the 8. That'll work. Ooh, slow down a little. Yeah, that'll work. That'll do. You've got 2 options. You can just put a smooth little draw, pull it close to the side, or just straight top, roll it. I was trying to get you maybe another 6 inches there for a better shot, but regardless, nice and easy, straight top English. Just make it firm, that is. That way you get around the 9. Beautiful. I like it. There we go, guys. 4-0. Let's get it, Brett. Getting after it. Like I said, for first time playing together, play pretty good. I think we see the game, and I think we kind of have a similar enough style that we play well together. So, dry break by Tyler, but got the 5 turned into a big old pumpkin, got right in the way. So I don't have a lot of options. I could kick at it, but I'm going to jump. Because again, I like to jump. But you just got to be careful when it's short. Ah, double oof. Double oof. Missed the ball. Drew it back for a scratch. Come on, man. What are you doing? That's a tough one, though, because you got to get it up and over. You got to make the 1, but, don't mess it up too much for the 2. I don't think I needed or wanted that much draw, but oh well. Oh well. He wanted to pull back a little more on the 2 ball so you could roll forward, but he's got enough angle. I think you're going a little, you're getting a little too straight on that 3. Not to mention it's a little long. Chalino's like me. He's a short dude. So now he's having to stretch a little bit. Try to figure out what angle is he trying to get. He almost looks, it could be just camera angle playing tricks on you, but it almost looked like he's trying to bank it somehow. Realistically, you just take your medicine, cut it over here to this low left corner. Cue ball might crash into the 6, but whatever. Should still be left with a decent 4, I would think, unless the 6 gets in the way. Ah. Okay, try to play safe. Just a hair hard. The good news is, for him at least, he did leave an angle. So it's an easy make, but very high on this potential. So Brett could have hit that with a little bit of inside to try to kill it, but then you really have to know your stroke and know your cue to be able to account for deflection, yada yada. A little bit more work. Not a bad try. Not a bad try, Todd. I'll take the leave, though. A little bit of an accidental save. Tis what it is. Got a gnat flying around, so I gotta cover my beer. I think he was trying to leave the 4 closer to the rail for a real good save, or if he was actually intending to put that behind the 9, brother, that is chef's kiss. That is good stuff, and I like it. He's checking, like, if he could see just a paper side of it, just skin it, throw the cue ball up table. This could be nasty, but looks like he got it full behind that 9. So now he's having to kick, and not. This is tough though, because can't hit the 9, and by that he didn't. You just want to be on that side of the 9. That's a tricky one, Brad. Don't feel bad, brother, because you need to go wide and actually go more towards the rail for that baby little bounce out to hit the 4. But then the cue ball hits the 9, kills it, and now you're stuck behind the wall for the 5 anywho. So whatever. Let them work with it. I'm okay with this. I think you want a little more angle than that. Oh no, he's trying to go for the 9. Okay, okay. I don't know why I just don't think of that as much as I should. Right, because majority of my 9-ball experience is playing in APA, and when I need as many points as I do, I don't want to take 2 and then redo it. I'm just going to try to run the table and get as many balls as I can. But this is a tournament. This is different. So I don't hate that. I don't hate it. All right, short guy. Got a little bit of belly hook, just being short, being chunky. Just got to draw straight back. That'll do. There we go. So pretty easy. Just pull back just a hair. Don't get crazy with it. Beautiful. Now mine's even easier. All I gotta do is draw back about 8 inches, maybe 10. Got a nice easy dead straight shot on the 7 to this low left. Instead, looks like I'm trying to go forward so that way he can shoot the 7 into the top left, and then that will. Why did I even walk around and look at it? I don't know what I was doing there. I don't mind shooting the 7 long because then that naturally cue ball's up table. So when you shoot the 8 down here in this bottom right pocket over here, cue ball just naturally rolls for an easier 9. Versus doing this, either Brett has to draw, or if he runs forward, then I have to draw. Which, don't get me wrong, neither one of us really have much of a problem with it. But look at this. Should just straight draw, just smooth and get with it. Let's go. And by that, I must have been real square, or is in the kind of way that I. Guys, I am getting lucky all over the place. I apologize. That is what, 3 times I've had to throw my hand up? It's kind of rude when you're up 4-0 and you're still getting lucky. But I must have been real square where I think if I did draw it, I was going to draw straight into the 9, which is why I was trying to cheat the pocket a little bit, hence coming over to the side and leaving it a look. But, oh, tried to scratch. Tried to scratch. So it's kind of that 50-yard line. You can take it to the corner, smooth draw it. I prefer top with just like a slight twist of left. Kick that thing straight in the side, medium speed. Let the cue ball come all the way down. But instead, he put right and tried to go to the other side. I hit that with top left to just, again, I'm talking like a half a tip of left just so it comes down. Not like there's a huge difference on, this side versus the far side, but it is what it is. Ooh, wee, that was close. Banks were closed though, guys. It was Saturday evening. Banks closed on Saturday. Unless you jump and your name's Chalino. That was still one of the best shots I've seen in a while. Just no reward. Great freaking shot. Let's get this, Chalino. Bank that in. Let's go. Z-Bank. Nailed it. They're on the board. 4-1. And that means we get the break. So I'm trying to work on my rotation break. I'd be curious to see, what do you guys do? Do you have a system you follow, or is there another instructional video you've seen on YouTube kind of got you going, or what? Try to describe. I want to see, and I want to try some of your rotation breaks because I need a new one. I think mine's broken. I broke my break. Ooh. He was just trying to hold it for the 3. But, so I feel like I've broke my break shot. I use a BK2 butt, and then I had a BK Rush shaft on it for years, and I loved the way it hit. Everything was fantastic. My shooting cue, I got rid of my Revo back in December, and now I've been using a guy who's, you might find him on Facebook, called Wheat State. And he's the guy that essentially came up with the original design for white carbon. I'll leave the drama and the backstory out of it, but now he's doing his own thing. and it's called a Wheat State because he's based out of Kansas, state of wheat. And I love his shooting cue. It plays beautiful. It has the smallest amount of deflection I've ever played. It still gives me a ton of feedback. I love it. So I was like, you know what? I got a deal from somebody else, and I traded my BK Rush shaft for a Wheat State brake shaft, and it just breaks differently, of course. Go figure. Well, now I'm having to recalibrate. Even my 8-ball brake doesn't feel as good. So I'm trying to redial it in, which for the most part is I'm just taking a lot of the spin out of it and trying to hit a little more square. But it's worked in 8. My 9-ball, I'm still not super great with it. So, continuation. I want to know what you guys do. Because I've tried watching Lil Chris's videos and they just don't feel right to me for some reason. It's just not hitting the way I want. So, anyway. So, Chalino's got himself a tricky little shot because while he can bank it, which wasn't a terribly hard bank, it was definitely a hard bank to leave shape on that 5 on the far other end of the table. It was too thin of a cut to try to cut it in the side. So, this is where we're at. I think we might be trying to decide who had the last shot. Because you got to stay in rotation. Not trying to foul. I was too busy gabbing. I can't remember if it was my shot or not. So, Brett's going to step up to the plate and swing on a whiff. Strike 1. Ball in hand. Let's go, Tyler. Let's get out of this rack. Oh. So I'm using one of the little round side tables, and one of us must have sat down and leaned on it. Now the old tripod starts a rocking. Don't get too straight. It's fairly straight. I'm worried if you draw a straight back, you can get on the bad side, the wrong side of the 6. There you go. Good shot. Good shot, Chalino. All right, Tyler. Smooth draw, baby. Smooth draw. And he let up on his stroke on that one. I think he's just trying to get out of the rack at this point. I don't know how they did the first match. Obviously, they're on the backside, so they lost, but they must not be playing real well together. Chalino, you make that. That was a perfect leave. All right, Mr. Longbridge. God, my bridge needs to shorten up. It's too long, guys. That follow through was like a ball and a half. It's ridiculous. But it came back. So he just needs to cut it. Get in the hole. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. I think we're good, guys. Just like that. 5-1. We continue on. And that was me notifying the tournament directors who's looking at me like, we got it. Carrying on. So, anyway, as always, thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoy it. I'm loving the comments I'm getting from you guys. So, it gives me something to interact with and, giving me some good feedback because y'all are critics and I'm asking for it. So, let me know what you think. Comment down below. Don't forget to like. And if you can, share it. Try to get some more people to subscribe and create a bigger community. So, follow me on Facebook. I've got a lot of good stuff over there. I'm posting some still shots of an APA or an 8-ball rack, and I want to talk about patterns, get people thinking before they just get up to the table and start shooting. So, trying to make you guys better along with me. Hope you follow along, and I'll see you over there. Thanks, guys.